Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Um, I, 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 I feel the need to share. Hold on one second here. Um, let me go ahead and get Sean in here because Sean said that he was in for a laugh. There you go, Sean. There's your link. I'll wait till he gets in here because y'all gonna love this. Do 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 do. Yep, you're first, Virga. What's going on, guys?
So
Oh.
what the hell is this?
Okay, first of all, the other day on Saturday, I released my "You Wanted Gravity" video with
Right.
with a shortened version of the Cavendish experiment. And now, of course, I've gotten all the typical answers from flat earthers, electromagnetism, and all this other neato stuff. And there are a couple of, should I say, concessions that I had to give out. Now, this was from me. This wasn't answering anybody else. Please look at my pinned comment and read it in its entirety before anybody else says anything about that test, because I've actually had guys coming at me with the real hard numbers and stuff like that, and actually running the Cavendish formulas to get gravitational acceleration out of this. Whereas I never got the oscillation that's required. This was only to show gravity. This wasn't to actually equate out the gravitational acceleration. Now, this is funny. Our buddy, Flat Earth Perth,
Oh God.
you're gonna love this. Oh yeah, there was also things about magnets and electromagnetism and all that other neato stuff. It's been a riot. Um, Now, Flat Earth Perth, he noticed something that I intentionally left in the video. Now, I didn't intentionally leave it in the video, of course, to deceive anybody or to send anybody down the wrong path or anything, but because of the fact that, okay, now you can see my screen, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is a floor space, normally where my dog sleeps, between my bed and my wardrobe. And now there is a part where I put the bowling ball down on this side,
Hmm.
and then I roll over the bed to the other side to put down the other bowling ball. And I put these styrofoam plates up. They are basically just balancing up on their edges. Okay, none
Right.
of them are leaned up against anything. I actually pulled them away from things so you could see that they weren't leaned up against anything. And okay, the one on the top is a little bit difficult to see, but sue me. What do you call it? But and there's a part here where I roll over the bed, and the air compression that happens uh, from rolling over the bed obviously goes out from underneath the bed, and is going to push a little bit of air.
Right.
Now, I have invented a brand new technology to fake the globe.
Oh no.
Okay, a whole new technology. Okay, I'm calling it the smart breeze.
Oh
Okay,
God.
Okay, I have the patent. It's on its way over to the patent office right now. It's called the Smart Breeze. Okay, it's supposed to also get irritating farts out of the room when you don't want them there.
Right.
Now, the Smart Breeze I employed or deployed, actually would be the better way to say this, from underneath the bed. And what I did was I intentionally made this little wobble. Oops, I guess I went by too fast. Hold on a second here. Let me zoom in a little bit further. I got my video editor on the other side. I'm actually using the raw video here.
Right.
What do you call it? But I roll over the bed after putting the other bowling ball down. Okay. And what you're gonna see, oops, well, there we go. I roll over the bed, there's my hand. And see that little wobble there?
Yep.
Okay, now that is the release of the smart breeze. Okay. That was me releasing it. Okay. Now, of course, you and I both know that actually what I did was because of the fact the sheets were going to change when I rolled from one side to the other, I didn't want to actually just cut the video from one end to the other and have somebody say, "Oh, well, he faked something there." So
Right.
I actually showed this, of course. I sped it up because, just for time. But anyway, there, right there, that wobble right there, you see that?
Hmm.
That is my releasing of the smart breeze.
That
Okay.
takes how many hours to actually affect the experiment?
Oh, no, 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 no. It was actually quite quick. The older one, took a long time. Okay, so the time that I'm going to give you here has to do with the clock that's on here. And at 8 p.m., 9 minutes 47 seconds, for 2 seconds, the smart breeze was released. Okay. That
Okay.
right there, that was 2 seconds of time right there. Okay, that was my releasing of the smart breeze. Now, um, now it took 45 seconds. Okay, 45 seconds to travel about the better part of about 9 inches. Okay, took 45 seconds to get from here to here. Okay, now, um, and I made the reason why it's a smart breeze is because I trained it to only hit one side of the bridge.
Right.
Okay, now if we were to look at this, let's just give it cardinal directions. Okay, it's only hitting the north side of the bridge. Okay, not hitting the south side of the bridge. Because I trained it that way. and let's see,
It's a
um,
good breeze.
it's a good breeze, man. Uh, and then and then I did it so I did it so that it would only hit the bridge in a steadily increasing manner. Okay, as if to with my smart breeze, which affected none of the other styrofoam plates, none of them also did not affect the swing, which there was none of the actual string. Okay, this is about a pound and a half of steel and plastic.
Right.
Okay, hanging from this string. It's heavy. Okay, and so now I had it so it actually affected the ball in such a way that it made it fake like it was increasing in speed. Okay, as in I made it so it made it look like this bearing was moving faster over time till it actually collided with the bowling ball.
Of
Okay,
course.
you
That's the way
know,
smart
be,
breezes work.
because I'm that good. You know, and what do you call it? Me and Legos, we've been around for a while, so I've had years of training on this. Now, and then here's what else the Smart Breeze does. Now, this is some deep physics for some people. Okay, what I also made the Smart Breeze do was change the torque center of the torsion bridge. Okay, I made it so it changed that center. Because you see, here's where the ball starts, of course. Now you'll also notice that the string does not move left or right. Um, now as I'm going through, the ball is actually increasing in speed, makes its collision. Okay. Now the original Smart Breeze would have kept the ball there, actually pushed against the bowling ball. All right.
Hmm.
Okay, but this is new. This is Smart Breeze 2.0, man. See, Smart Breeze let it go for a second, but then change the torque position of the torsion bridge to now in the middle of this point, as opposed to being all the way out here where it was at rest. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, this is some cool shit, man. I mean, I'm about to get some money for this, right? And then I made the Smart Breeze come back and then fake the acceleration again so that it would hit the bowling ball again and then come back to an even lesser distance. Okay, so that's a two-time uh, equilibrium point change that I
No.
did with the Smart Breeze. Alicia, you know, I mean, the Smart Breeze is fucking awesome, man.
Well, I'm just really interested in the whole conservation of angular momentum here because you keep getting smaller and smaller bounce backs.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the smart breeze, man.
I love it.
According to Fe Perth, and
Oh,
hold on a second here. Where's
yeah.
he at? Acco- According to Fe Perth, this bonehead. Okay, that's what happened. That breeze, which took 45 seconds to travel over. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, all of this took place. Smart breeze was really cool because it stayed in one place doing all of this for 35 minutes.
Oh my God. And here's the kicker. They
Huh?
all want to. They all want to. You actually have somebody in chat right now criticizing your test.
Who is?
Oh, Ranty. Um,
Ranty's actually in my chat.
yeah, Ranty Flat Earth.
Hey, Ranty, I love your photographic work. Thanks for everything that you're doing for the globe. Really, because
He's saying
you're the only one who seems to be able to hold. You're the only flat earther, excuse me, who seems to be able to take a photograph in focus. And I mean, your analysis sucks, but you take a photograph in focus
well,
and
hold on.
steady.
While he's in there making critical things on your experiment here, he's saying that it's you don't show the top of the string or where it's attached because I've actually seen in your comment section where some people were claiming that you have it motorized. Here's the thing, Ranty. Why is it that no flat earther in the world is willing to do this properly? Not a single one. That's all we needed to know. Thank you. You're done.
Hey, and by the way, Ranty, now I'm a pretty good technical engineer. Me and Legos, we go way back, and you must stand in awe of my invention of the smart breeze. Okay, now if there were a motor or some kind of influence on the top of this string, and I do admit I wanted to, instead of putting the clock here, I was going to actually put a mirror up to have it actually look up the string, but it was more important to me to have the time on there, and plus I was kind of pressed for time doing this whole thing. So if there was a motor on here or any kind of influence whatsoever, everything about this test would have come out irregular. Okay, and not only would it have come out irregular, you would have seen motion in this string, lateral motion, left to right, because there is absolutely no way in God's green earth that if I were to sit here with any of the tools that I have at my disposal to make a motor or any kind of influencing device that I could put onto that string that would not make it move left to right. I just don't have that fine of equipment. I really don't. Okay, that's an admission from my side. Okay. So whatever it is that you think might be at the top of there, wait, well, you didn't, and the result is inconclusive. I didn't what?
Show the top of it, showing that there's no motor involved.
Kiss a dick, Ranty. Okay. The what do you call it? Go ahead and do this yourself. But you see, here's the sad part about doing it yourself. This particular test, and anybody who's ever even the videos that I was watching to study how what the ups and downs were for actually practicing and doing this test, the level of precision as far as patience goes. Yes, patience. God, if you guys fucking don't leave me alone about the fact that I misspelled patience in the video. What do you call it? If the level of patience you have to do this video or to do this test is pretty high. Okay, I had to let this shit settle for 4 hours. Okay, 4 hours before I could even put the bowling balls near the damn thing. Okay, so let's see. Why should you hold the same standards you hold us? Excuse me. What standards? Where's your map? Where's your model? You want to sit here and talk about standards, dumbass? What do you call it? And not to mention, to be entirely honest, gravity. Okay, I'm showing gravity because I can. Okay, I showed gravity 2 years ago when I showed siphons. Okay,
Oh, it gets even better when people show siphons in a vacuum, totally removing the whole density buoyancy bullshit.
I thought that shit was cool as hell when they did that with that oil. That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. But nevertheless, let's see, 4 hours. Then you had smart breeze for 30 seconds later. Saw the pole move. I didn't even see the pole move. Ranty. Okay, you need to understand this entire stretch of shit. Okay, hold on a second. This entire set of movements. Look at the clock, dude. Okay, hold on. Let me get back here. Here's the whole run of the test. Okay, now look at the clock. Okay. Now I stopped at 35 minutes only because I didn't have any more time. And the funny part was is I had no clue if I was successful or not because I couldn't even be in the room while it was going on. And I'm damn sure not going to sit there and watch this thing move for 35 minutes. Okay. I had no clue what I had until I was done.
See, I'm actually planning on replicating this, but doing it a little differently.
Okay.
If I can get a hold of some, oh god, it's a clear plastic that's like maybe an eighth of an inch thick that's actually slightly flexible. I'm going to make a cylinder to go around the entire experiment and keep the bowling balls on the outside so there's no air influence that's actually affecting the torsion balance.
Well,
It's going
no,
to have a top with a hole in it for the string, and that's it.
yeah. I was tempted to do something like that, but I honestly I didn't have like a tub or anything like that to do it with. Not one that I could see through anyway. And what do you call it? So yeah. But nevertheless, um, the smart breeze is what caused this thing to function. Okay. The smart breeze. We all cool with that? Everybody's down with the smart breeze? So this wasn't gravity, this was the smart breeze. No, but I that was one thing that really kind of bugged me about doing this test. See, I had to close off the room, close all the windows and all this other stuff. And oh my God, if somebody tells me something about air conditioning, you need to learn something about Germany. Germany doesn't have air conditioning. Um, what do you call it? The and I let that shit sit for 4 hours. Then I came in like tiptoeing as if there were sleeping tigers in the room. Okay, put down the two bowling balls. Look back up at the camera to make sure it was rolling. I did have to go back in at one point. Okay, you will see the shadow go around it, but I was way out on the outskirts of the room. Okay, not even near the test. You will see the shadow go around. Okay, I had to walk around the outside edge of the room because I had to pick something up out of the room. Okay, the smart breeze controller, and what do you call it? And then I had to uh then I got back out of the room, and that was a whopping about 30 seconds of this entire test. And you will see that at the moment that it happens, it's not actually influencing the test at all. Okay, so all that other shit. Well, let me see. What's Randy got to say now? I would like you, Zealot. Oh, and by the way, Zealots, yeah, where's all your chemtrails, dude? Let's not forget he's one of them too.
Well, he used to be a Nibiru nut, but he changed when he got to Planet Earth and realized that they can't coexist together.
Ah, I see. Yeah, because there's no planets. There's no external planets. Hmm. Unlike you, Zealots, I actually show the good, the bad, and the ugly and don't discriminate. Yes, but your analysis sucks, dude. Remember the time that you thought that you were looking at what was it again, Sean? It was a oh,
Oh,
he
the
said he said
crane.
it was he said it was an obstruction light on top of a crane, which he referred to in another photograph as being a specific object, but that specific object was actually a telephone tower or a TV tower, antennas, whatever, uh, in Blackpool, which later turned out to be the red light wasn't either of those. It was actually the top of a roller coaster. Yeah, your attention to detail is outstanding, Randy.
Ireland, Scotland,
Smoke, smokestacks.
smokestacks. Wait,
Oily.
smokestacks was Anthony.
Yeah. Which it was a crane photographed by. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually backing that now,
Yes, he is.
Randy? Are you serious? You're saying that in Riley's old photos, the ones that he actually took the photos from the place that he said it was, and I think actually he said you took the photos um, at night of the Blackpool Tower. Off to the right, the photographs were from Hoy Lake, supposedly, and what do you call it? The red light off to the right was off at whatever it was called, Fisher something whatever, and not the um and not the big one roller coaster. Is that what you're saying right now? Because
I think you guys are getting your photos mixed up actually, because the photo you're talking about where he had the tower messed up or the crane messed up was one of his own before he ever went to Hoy Lake. He took that from Southport, I believe, if I remember correctly.
hold on a second, he's saying something. No, the White Tower, nice blast, and the big one
Yeah,
were all visible.
I have to agree with Randy. You're actually considering his really
No,
old picture that he took from Southport.
no. I totally agree that those were that right there was what do you call it? Oh, jeez, you're gonna make me pull up the folder. Hold on a second here. I'll
Yes,
show
yes,
you
I
what I'm
am.
talking. Before we go off on the wrong track here. Okay. Now there is, and we even had a PDF from because remember you and I had. Well, I actually went back and corrected myself on the stuff that we had because we believed Ranty's crane story, and we had everything lined up in the wrong fucking place because we believed Ranty's crane story. Hold on a second here.
Yeah,
Uh,
that shot wasn't taken from Hoy Lake. I explicitly remember that hangout. That shot was not taken from Hoy Lake. That was taken from Southport or along that.
or wherever it was. I mean, the that's why I said supposedly where it was taken from. But hold on a second here. Where is Blackpool? Where's that? I mean, shit, we got all this on a live hangout somewhere too.
Right, I know.
Let's see here.
And if I remember right, it was on. Well, it might have been. It should have been on your channel.
Mine was the second one, yeah. And hold on a second. Actually, I'll just go ahead and bring that up. Videos. It was a while back though.
Ranty saying, "Look how you blunder on." Read my comment. Ranty, I'm actually agreeing with you. We are the picture he's talking about where he debunked your crane was actually not from Hoy Lake.
Well, yeah, like I said, I'm open to that part, but he still claimed that a roller coaster was a fucking crane. And hold on a second here.
And that one you did find out it was a
It was the roller coaster.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. Hold on a second. Let me
I
bring
remember this. You actually found what it was. It was a big
No,
ass.
yeah, no, because
tower.
no. The TV tower is what we thought it was because we thought that the photo at night was taken from the same location as the photo in the day. That's what we fucked up the first time. We fucked that up the first time. I fully admit I fucked that up the first time because of the fact that I was believing what Ranty was saying was in the photo. Hold on. Now I think this is the one that was called Back to Blackpool. Hold on. Let me see something here. Yeah, this is it right here. This was the shit. So anyway, we're done with the smart breeze. So Effie Perth, I look forward to your participation in the Big South experiment.
Was he actually in the chat?
No, I'm just in case he watches the video. Okay, so back to Blackpool. You remember this? You and I, we spent almost 3 hours on one hangout fucking this up, and then we went back, and I went back and I actually admitted that we had thought that we were being told, or we were being told that this photo and this photo were taken from the same spot.
Yeah, they weren't. We
And they
determined
weren't.
that really early. We determined that really early on.
Yeah, but not in the first hangout. In the first hangout, we actually agreed with that because of it had to do with this line here. Remember this shoreline here? And what do you call it? And where is it? Let me scroll on back. And we were agreeing with it being this. We had scaled it to a point, and it looked like that crane could have been over here at what was the name of the place here? Hold on. This is, by the way, this is Ranty's words. Crane on the Fisher's Field at Blackpool. Okay. Turns out that's not a crane. That's a TV tower. Okay. But in comparison of that photograph to the photograph that was actually being analyzed, because these were, at another time, this is what we thought was being shot from the same place. And he was claiming that this was a crane. This is not a crane. This is the big one. This is that slingshot ride. This is the Blackpool Tower. This was the top of the Heart. Okay. When we actually had to go back and actually figure out exactly where we screwed up because some things just weren't matching the original analysis. Okay. So, Ranty, you're full of shit. Okay. I do know what I'm talking about. It might take me a second for me to stutter out the words because it was 2 years ago. Okay. Jesus Christ, it was 2 years ago. But nevertheless, I know what I'm saying here. Now, as far as the location of where the photo was taken, hey, we may never know that, but I think we actually figured it out in this video. Because I had done a grid analysis of what was actually being seen in the picture, and we did agree that the slingshot ride was visible. That was those 2 points in the bot in the picture. They were like right here, unless I'm mistaken. And this was the big one. So, Ranty, you're full of shit, dude.
How tall are those slingshot rides? Just do you remember?
I don't remember. It was like 40 meters above, or it was like 30 or 20. No, it wasn't even that high. There was 2 things that we had to consider. We had to consider the height of the pier off the water line, and then we had to consider the length of that ride. And I think we actually looked it up.
Oh, just a second. I'm getting a phone call by Red.
Oh, okay. But this was the tops of that ride. This is the Blackpool Tower. Okay. And this is the big one, which Ranty says was a crane, which he pointed out to be a TV antenna, which turns out to be a roller coaster. Get it right, dude. And no, you don't see the mirror ball. Okay. But, I mean, that was, I have to honestly say, though, that was the last of your shitty pictures. Your most recent pictures actually are quite awesome and do wonderful things when modeled out and measured out. That, yeah, thanks for confirming the globe, Ranty. Well, Area 85, I'm sorry, but they don't squirm. They'll just deny it and say that I'm full of shit, which that's all they can do. I mean, did anybody notice that Nathan, after I proved that the other day when I did the analysis of the Earth curve calculator across a model, because Nathan's been running around telling everybody that Earth curve calculators do not include perspective.
Well, hold on, because I was interrupted by the phone call.
Okay.
Before we move on.
Okay.
As I was saying, what were the heights we determined for the lights on the little slingshot ride? Because Ranty's going on and on and on about the mirror ball.
Yeah, I know. He says over here is the mirror ball somewhere.
Well, I'm just gonna make a point here. Go back to the other picture where it shows that other little blurb of a dot. Off to the right.
This was our first analysis when we thought it was being taken from here.
Right.
Which picture are you looking for?
That one.
That one? Okay, that's the uncolor altered one. Yeah.
Right, but that little tiny light source over on the right, he's calling that mirror ball.
He's calling it. Well, didn't we figure that was like the ice blast or whatever that shit was over there?
Well, I'm just going to explain something to Ranty here. So what was the height for the lights on the slingshot ride?
Yeah,
because they are right on the horizon.
He says 100-foot slingshot ride.
Okay, and they are right on the horizon.
Right now,
here. How much closer is the mirror ball than the slingshot ride? Along the coast. Was it like 3 miles?
You telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Let's get an actual one.
Still saying the mirror ball, and we're gonna make a point here because how high off of the water is the mirror ball?
Wasn't it like 8 meters at the water or something like that? For the bottom of it, I mean. Let's see here. Oh, hey, look. Oh, geez, I got the labels turned off.
I'm just making a point here for Ranty because he loves to keep saying that's the mirror ball, but those
It's not.
100 plus towers are right on the horizon for their tops. And the mirror ball is quite a bit higher than the horizon there, Ranty, and there's an issue there.
Yep. There's actually a couple of issues there. Let's see. Where's the mirror ball at? Where's the mirror ball at? Oops. Where the fuck is that stupid thing?
It here you go, Ranty. It is as much the mirror ball as you guys saw Ireland from St. Bees.
And smokestacks. And Scotland.
There it
Ah,
is.
here's the mirror ball. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on a
What's the
second.
distance? What's the distance from there to Hoy Lake or to Blackpool Tower? I just want to see how much far. Or actually, just go to the big one.
The big one is right over
Or
here.
no. Go to the. Actually, no. Go to the slingshot ride. How far away? How much closer is it than the slingshot ride?
Not following you.
Well,
Here's the slingshot ride. Now, hold on a second here. Let's get this right. Now, where did he make the shot from?
Hoy Lake.
Highlight. And that was right out there at that by that boat ramp, right?
Yep.
Okay. It's
Well,
interesting.
yeah, it was actually a little closer to the shore. It was by the little telescope thing they got up there.
Huh?
Well,
Left, right?
right on the boat ramp on the right hand side of it, there's a telescope sitting on the railing.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember he was showing it something about this area. But we'll just call this close enough for government work, okay?
Okay.
Let's see here. Now, go ahead and do that. There's one line. Okay, so, and that is, let's see here. Grab this. Can't believe we're revisiting this.
Well, he just keeps going on and on about it is the mirror ball in all caps. So I'm going to show him that there's an issue with that because of the distance involved and how tall those slingshot poles are compared to the mirror ball. The
Okay,
mirror
so
ball would be well below the horizon by his own standard.
let's also not forget that you don't see the piers.
Well, that too.
Peer reviewed. Okay, that was to the slingshot. And then mirror ball is right here.
Because if you remember right, if you look back at that picture, the mirror ball is higher than the tops of those slingshot rides.
According to the image, yeah.
According
If
to
that were
Ranty,
yeah.
if that is the mirror ball, it is higher than the slingshot ride.
Now let's see. Now the top of the big one is that spot, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go on back. Oh, come on. Jeez. So we got that. Okay, save. Now, the one last thing is to the center of Blackpool Tower.
And now he's trying to divert away from the fact that the mirror ball is now, according to him, higher than the slingshot ride.
The mirror ball is higher than the slingshot ride?
Well, it has to be. That's what it's showing in the picture.
Well, yeah, I know it would have to be, but he's actually claiming it.
Well, he has no choice but to claim that because the horizon is well below that mirror ball.
Okay, so now where did the one go that I was just there it is. Okay, so print screen, fuck it. Let's do this right. Don't like that. Go gadget PowerPoint. Let's see here.
So, like I said, Ranty, the mirror it is just as much the mirror ball as you saw Ireland from St. Bees.
Okay, now you ready for this, Ranty?
And I'm agreeing with you, Ranty. You never said that, but you're saying that in that image, that is the mirror ball. The image speaks for itself. According to that image, the mirror ball is higher than the slingshot ride.
Okay, so here's what I have. I just took a screen cap of that. All right, now let's say that from the center of Blackpool Tower to the center between the two slingshots is this unit. Fair? Shape outline. red, shape fill, no fill. Okay, so Control D. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use that as a unit of measure because we can when you're doing it horizontally. Let's see, 2. Do. Okay, so that's our unit of measure. Now let's go ahead and bring this back up. So we can do that at the, now we know that we're seeing the big one because that's the big cluster of lights. So let's see what we got here. This unit is, oops, sorry, this thing's over here. We'll go for meters, 47 meters. Okay, or well, let's just make it a nice round 48 meters. How's that? Oh, 49 meters. Excuse me. I didn't realize how much a pixel was in that one. Okay, so 49 meters. Okay, so 49 meters. Where is that? Okay, so this is 49 meters. One block is 49 meters. So, the question is, now let's see, we got, hold on.
7, 8. Okay, so you have 8 full ones. I was about to do that, but never mind.
Yeah, 8 times 49 equals 392. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's about 7 3/4. So hold on a second here. 49 times 7 point. No, actually, it's about 1/3. 7.3 equals 357. Okay, so 357.7 is what I got on there. So let's go ahead and measure 357. Oops. Well, off by about, no, that's about right. From that viewpoint, yeah, that's about right. So 360 sounds about right. All right, so we got that. So we know we have an angle here that we can use. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the mirror ball, take that line, extend it perfectly out. Okay, it should damn near be sitting directly under it from that line of sight. So now where is that? So let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and about 3/4, wouldn't you say?
8 and see happy.
I'd say 8.8. What do you think?
Yeah, 8.8.
49 at 8.8. So 49 times 8.8 equals 431.2. So let's find out what that is then. Oops. 431.2. Again, starting from here. Yep. A little bit too far there, Randy. 431.2. That puts it somewhere about over here. See, what would be off in the distance there? Well, you got the other roller coaster off in the distance there. Or is that another part of the big one?
What's that little spike over there?
The ice blast?
Oh no.
Not a high tower called the ice blast with a really, really bright light on top of it.
And now he's saying we're such liars.
Why? Because we actually do analysis and you don't? Dumbass.
Here's the thing, Ranty. Just like your Isle of Man bullshit that, you and Anthony got called out on to death until, you guys had to concede.
Phantom Island. Phantom Island.
None of you have actually done analysis of your photos. You've made many, many, many claims about your photos, but never analysis of your photos.
See, Ranty, the mirror ball should be right about here. Not here. Unless you want to say that you lied about where you took your photo from.
You're free to say that, but I actually believe you were in Hoy Lake for this.
Yeah, the numbers actually did kind of match up quite nicely. After we got over the part about, where was it? Hold on. Where's the video?
And need I remind you that my introduction to Anthony Riley was him lying about ever being in Hoy Lake.
Mine was much different. Let's see. Let's not forget. Even saying that it's not the mirror ball is kind of funny because you said it was this train.
Maybe the analysis should have been done without the extra math you put in. What extra math did we put in?
That's called block scaling, dude. What extra math? Oh, let me guess. We're presupposing R.
This had nothing to do with R. This had entirely to do with perspective.
No. Yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. My bad. And smart breeze. And dirtier.
So was it bad math that proved that you guys were just full of crap about Ireland?
Oh, and can I throw one thing in though, Sean?
Go ahead.
Where's the whole city of Blackpool?
Well, the dirty ate it.
The dirty got it. Because Blackpool, it's such a they call it black for a reason,
Hold
because
on.
it's
Go back to your block
dark.
scale. Go back to your block scale.
Block scale?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
No, we're going to do this right for Auntie.
Block scale.
Measure the pixels of one block horizontally.
Excuse me?
Measure the pixels from the left to the right of one block.
Oh, you want to go that far, huh? All
yeah,
right,
he's saying that you did it wrong. So we're going to measure the pixels for each block.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
Because he's saying you should have used 7.7 instead of 8.8. Or he said you should use 8.7 instead of 8.8.
Oh,
which really wouldn't have helped you any.
Well,
we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this.
I have a better way to do this. I have a better way to do it. Hold on a second.
One block isn't centered. They're copy pasted.
No. Yeah, a half a pixel. Okay. No, watch this. I know what he's talking about, or I know what you're trying to say here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see here. Hold on, let me get it snapped to the bottom here. B, right there. That's 2.
There you go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know how to do this. I've had to do it before on your other shit, Ranty. Oops. Sometimes it's difficult to select it when it doesn't have a...
Oh, now he's saying it's not centered on the light.
Hold on a second, homie. I'm building a ruler for you. Okay, so let's see here. Group. Okay, so now...
I'm going to address what he just said. You guys have no idea. You don't live here. I know what the damn mirror ball looks like. Let me remind you
what it looks like.
Hold on. Let me do this. Because my interaction with Anthony, he used pretty much that exact line when he tried to say that Google Maps was wrong because he wasn't in Hoy Lake when he filmed Blackpool Tower. He lied to say that the maps were wrong, and we proved it. He actually hit Daza with a privacy claim to get that proof removed.
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
8.8.
No, Ranty, you're not Anthony, but you are behaving just like him. We do not need to live there to do photographic analysis on photographs you provide from there.
I don't need to live in Pisa to know that there's people not standing there actually holding up the tower.
And Ranty, look on screen right now because Sly just proved it. 8.8, not 8.7.
These are your photos, dude. These are your photos.
So thank you again for helping us prove you, sir, are full of shit. So thank you for making us verify that our number was correct.
You know, because that was what we had to do the first time to figure out exactly how fucking wrong you were last time. What is the mirror ball? It's just a arts figure at Blackpool along the promenade. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go to the hundredth place, man. I'm not Dr. Zach thinking that I can get multi decimals out of a standard ruler.
And just to clarify, Ranty, you said that he's not centered with the light on Blackpool Tower. I would agree. He's actually 1 pixel to the right, maybe two. So if he moves that to the left, it actually hurts your case more.
Yeah, you're not winning there, buddy. I don't give a damn about your borrow and furnace ones because none of your borrow and furnace pictures are consistent with each other. You keep on claiming that you're taking photos from below the refractive zone, and yet none of your pictures are identical. None of them. And you still didn't go into how you lost 5 business floors of buildings.
I just
So,
want to say thank you to Ranty for
oh,
making us disprove him again.
yeah. Sorry,
Not
Ranty.
a mirror ball.
I'm feeling so nostalgic right now. That's true. I'm sorry, Joss, but it wouldn't be right if I didn't go down to the hundredths. But I don't know if we got that much time to see.
Actually, it looks pretty damn spot on to 8.8.
Yeah, it actually right about there.
Now, if you move it over like he wants you to center on the light on Blackpool Tower, it's going to end up being like 8.81 or 8.82.
Yeah, let me group this together. Group. Okay, so that yeah, okay. That looks a little bit more dead center. You agree?
Yeah, and like I said, now it's at 8.81 or 8.82.
Right. You lose, dude. It's okay, morons. I'll display both. No, yeah, north and south, and you'll see the mirror ball from both. Well, you said the mirror ball was here, and you were wrong. So what are you going to show us on your other pictures, dude?
Again, Ranty, you have just made the assertion based on this photo speaking for itself that the mirror ball is more than 100 feet off the water.
Yeah, that too. Actually, hold on a second. Let's go Google Earth here real quick because the UK allows for Street View. Oops, wait, let me put that down before I have to go driving all the way down the road here. Now, let's go down to the mirror ball. Okay, now the mirror ball is big, don't get me wrong. But I'm not willing to call that, what, 100 something feet?
Yep, as would be required for his picture to be real. At least
Uh,
real as in showing the mirror ball.
Hold on a second here. Mirror ball, Blackpool. Oops. Let's see. The mirror ball. Let's see what we got here. Bum, 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 bum. Visit Blackpool, blah, blah, blah. Oh, just give me some uh, height. Yes, I accept. Let's see. Is there anything in here that?
Nope.
What? What's up? No height.
He says it's 20 foot wide on a 10-foot stem. Okay, so there's 30 feet. Figure your
You want to call that a
uh,
10 foot stem? These are stairs.
right, but if you look at the poles behind them,
Yeah, that's
the
true.
rails, I would give that pole 10 feet.
Okay, yeah, okay. Here's a good picture. Somebody actually standing next to it. Okay, well, it's a little old grandma, but yeah. Okay, but I would say that this guy is probably about 5 foot, what, 10?
Close around there, yeah.
Yeah. So do you see 20 of him fitting all the way up to the top there?
Um,
The answer to that is no. And and let's
I'm not
see.
going to argue with Ranty on the dimensions. I mean, I can actually see that being a 20-foot diameter sphere.
Oh no, no, 25 diameter, sure, but it's definitely not higher than the fucking slingshots.
So 30 foot to the top from the ground. How high is the ground off of the shore?
I think we had that at like 9 meters. But then again, we're going to get into a discussion about the minor
Yeah,
differences in altitude.
The accuracy of Google Earth on elevations. Yeah.
Right. Now, wait, there's the slingshot ride. Wait, hold on. What is the middle distance between these two? You'll see why I'm going to do that in a second here. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so let's say 1,400 meters.
That's less than a mile.
Let's bring that down to 700. 700. So that's going to put us right about there. Right about there. Now, what I'm hoping to see here is, oh wow, yeah, it's going to be far away, huh?
Yeah, you're not going to see the mirror ball.
There's the mirror ball. There's the mirror ball.
I know what you're doing. There's a slingshot ride. Owned again, Rainey.
Point, set, match. That is the same. This is roughly the same distance away to those things as it is, and by the way, I'm staying at the same zoom level as it is to that.
Yeah, Ranty? No. Not the mirror ball.
Oh, but did we use math again? I'm sorry.
I never even thought about doing that, Sly. That's well done.
Well, because I was trying to figure out how I can get a comparison of them, and and that was the best way I could think of.
So the tops of the lights of the slingshot ride are barely seen over the horizon, and you're saying the mirror ball is much higher than that, Ranty? Dumbass. That's all I gotta say. Dumbass.
Now, like I said, I'm not here to argue the size of this, the mirror ball, but I am here to argue that it's not as high as that.
I don't understand why Ranty and Anthony just push people to prove they're full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
Hey,
no, hold on.
Wait, no, I got
address the chat. I'm not going to say Ranty's lying. He's just fucking stupid at this point.
Nunya, Sly spends 3 hours of his life trying to debunk something literally nobody actually believes. Well, aside from you being a flat earther, Nunya, and you're sitting here watching it. So, peas and carrots, dude.
Well, see,
you should hear the arguments that he brings to my channel.
Oh, it's funny. Ranty saying it's your show. You can do what you like. Well, here's the difference between this show, my show, and Nathan's show. We'll actually address things in chat. We won't ignore them because they show we're full of shit.
And then hide in the back chat and say, don't show that. Don't show that. Thank you, Cat Earther.
Yeah, we know that Anthony watches chat religiously. But whenever I bring up a point he can't contest, all of a sudden, he's no longer paying attention to chat.
And then we also know that Nathan watches videos from people like myself and Sean because there is a direct reaction, even though unacknowledged, in his next day's shows.
Mm-hmm.
Because he said now that curve calculators, he was preaching it for like months. Curve calculators don't include, they exclude perspective. And then when I put out my curve calculator showing that it actually does include perspective because it can't avoid it, he turned around the very next day and started out his hangout saying that the curve calculators that hijack perspective.
Hold on. Somebody looks like they're replying to Anthony, but I don't see him in chat.
I don't see Anthony in chat. Who says he's talking to him?
Chris, Roman numerals, said, at Sleeping Warrior, it is not trolling if you pay for it. Why is it necessary to explain this? I don't see anything in chat from Sleeping Warrior.
Hey, Chris, you seeing Riley? That
Did he block me again?
Well, dude, I don't see him either.
Oh, okay.
Or is he just talking out loud?
Somebody else just said sometimes we just tag him because we know he will watch.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was gonna say I haven't seen him in chat, and I don't think he has me blocked because he actually pulled down a video after I made a comment about it and busted him out being full of bullshit again. Which
I I was gonna say, Chris, the bottles that don't have anything written on them, man, stay away from those. Okay.
In fact, I'll even bring this up because it's funny as fuck.
Hmm.
Videos. I actually had to take a screenshot of this because it's just so hilarious.
You want to present?
I got to find the picture.
All right, let me know. Hey, what up, Red?
Yeah, Red's in chat. Okay, where's my damn corpuscular rays video? Because that's what folder I saved it in.
Sean, I have to interrupt you here. Are you going to present anything for your model?
I could. I've actually got quite a bit I can present for my model.
If anybody hasn't watched the Red versus Jeranism on the non-cicator, oh my God. I didn't, I mean, it was hard enough to listen to Jaren talk about all his, his bullshit, whatever. But the comic relief of that was 3 times Sean had to break in, and he was actually being nice, trying to hold to the format of the debate. But he says, Jaren, do you just want to forfeit your time if you're not going to show anything for Flat Earth?
I had nothing else to say. I mean, he went on for, it was, oh my God. Oh, it was horrid.
Bottles with labels are for the weak, says Chris.
Oh, where the fuck is that picture?
No, but, oh, jeez. No, but I just get so I just get so it's so funny. And you know what's funny, Sean? Jaren on Globusters on Sunday. I watched the first couple of minutes of it. They were having some audio problems with Morgile, and which I couldn't decide if that was a good thing or not. The Jaren didn't even have the balls, no pun intended, didn't even have the balls to say my name when it came down to the remix that I did with his voice and Morgile's voice, not out of context. He didn't even have the balls to say it. He did. He was like a flat earther out, or a globe earther out there.
Well,
fucking pussy.
Go ahead and put me on present here, because Anthony loves to say that I misrepresent whatever he says.
Oh, of course you do, because you're a lying baby eater like me. Let's see, present to everyone. There you go.
Now, yesterday he had a video up saying that Al K can't model, and the audio in it. He decided he's recently started putting music tracks over his audio as a backtrack, but he doesn't know how to use levels. So in this one, it was really, really bad because it was really bassy music. So you couldn't hear anything that Arwen or LK was saying when he was saying to watch LK's video. And he even made the quote, "I'm going to show you why it's nonsense, but you really need to hear what he has to say." And that's a quote.
Yeah.
Arwen calls him out, his little wizard buddy. The background music is too loud to properly make out what LK is saying. Anthony replies, "Arwen, probably for the best. He's talking utter nonsense." This is after, in his video, he says, "You need to hear what he says." Now he's saying, it's no big deal. You're not missing anything.
Let me address the chat. Samson, yes, your stuff is about to be used. Awesome stuff. You want to talk about somebody who knows how to take some photographs? He took some shots from Hoy Lake to Blackpool that were just spectacular, and he lent them to me to use in a video that's coming up.
So Arwen replies to Anthony, says, "I wouldn't know because I can't make out what he's saying." Again, Anthony says, "Don't worry, you miss nothing credible." Even though he says in video, you need to hear what he says. So I quote him at 28 seconds. "I'm going to show you why it's nonsense, but you need to hear what he says." This comment thread, Arwen says, "Music is too loud to probably make out what LK is saying." So I quote Anthony again. And I followed up with, "So you tell everyone in the video that they need to hear what LK says, but then you admit here that you don't want them to hear what he says. Way to go, Lily." Now, When I took this screenshot, it was 4 hours from his last reply. He had no intentions of fixing this, according to any other comments on the video. He had no intentions of it until I said something, and I quoted him properly. And all of a sudden, he took the video down so he could remake it last night. Still not up yet, as far as I know, but he took it down because he didn't want this comment to exist anymore. Because I wasn't misrepresenting him.
Screenshot.
Gotta love screenshots.
Screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was all I really wanted to cover on all this shit. So Ranty, thanks for reminding us again that you're a lying sack of shit. And just wanted to point out that Smart Breeze will be on the market sometime soon. Smart Breeze, which can cause things to accelerate in a specific direction and also alter the torque coefficient of a nylon string, while affecting nothing else in its area and moving very, very slowly.
Why did he just call us cowards?
Who did?
Ranty.
Oh, Ranty.
I gotta scroll find out why he called us cowards, what we're not addressing here.
What are we not addressing?
I have no idea.
Ranty,
Oh,
give us a
looks like
hint.
look at the circle jerk. Look at your own show, dude. Again, at least we address comments from the chat.
Hmm.
Ask Nathan why he won't and why Anthony will be selective on what he reads from chat instead of addressing the shit that owns his ass.
And then when you ask him later, why didn't you bring up X, Y, or Z subject, he says, oh, Nathan wouldn't let me.
Yep.
I got that one on record a couple of times.
And like how, Anthony was brave enough to call me out by name, wanting to discuss perspective, I accept it, and he runs like a bitch.
Mm-hmm. But I'm a runner because of the fact that, I give him the last 10 minutes of an hour and a half hangout, and he can't even, and he wants to come at me saying that he can use Superior Mirage as a unit of measure.
And yes, there will be a live hangout here in about half hour on Red Rhetoric channel. Be sure to tune in.
Jeez. Hey, Red, make sure that you ask him to bring his photos of the crane.
Okay, Ranty, you've been on a show before. Yes, we know that. And you were supposed to follow up and never did. We know that. And are you now saying that you're not going to go on Red Show with an actual invite? So who's the coward?
We got mockers in the
Yeah.
Punk ass bitches, whoever they are, regardless.
Well, at least it wasn't a actual
attempt at being somebody. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't an impersonation. It was an obvious troll account.
Yep. Punk ass bitches. I think I know who that is. Actually, that's what's he calling himself right now? Crying something. Crying. It's a crying box.
Crying bitch. Box. Is that Anthony's new name?
I think it might be him. I don't know. I can't prove it, of course, but he has admitted to being that guy, guy all around. So
I'm happy to go on another day when I haven't got work to do this evening. Ranty, you're calling people cowards. You get invited on, and you're going to come up with that. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll give somebody having something to do. Then what are you doing watching my show?
That's kind of the point I was trying to get to. You're fine and dandy watching Sly's show and polluting the comment section. We're actually addressing you directly.
Yeah, shouting from the cheap seats.
But when you're actually told to come on air to defend your bullshit, all of a sudden you don't have time. Just saying.
All right. So, ladies and gents, that was about all I had. It's 11:30 here. I got to go take my dog out. And so apparently there's going to be something going on at Reds. Sean will most likely be there in about 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure you guys go over there, check that out. Because I'm sure he's probably got somebody to tear apart.
Who's scared of what, Ranty? You know,
Polluting? How about you
if Sly
download what
if Sly
image?
wanted to have more time, I'm sure he'd invite you. But
Well, hold on a second. I just want. I'll give him 2 minutes. What image? What image?
oh, he
Quickly,
said something about
Ranty.
an image.
Yeah, he said something about an image. What image, Ranty?
Scared. How about you download that image? What image are you talking about?
Yeah, well, he's got. Thought you would ignore it completely. What image? Don't answer me with more bullshit. What
Yeah,
image?
let us know what image. We'll be glad to take a look at it.
Okay.
We're always happy to look at flat Earth evidence, and we'll actually analyze it instead of just saying, "Oh, nuh-uh." We'll
Hey,
actually give reasons why we say nuh-uh.
we spent an hour and a half chasing down a lighthouse one night. That was cool. Or no, actually, we were chasing down the point of photography. That was fun. Come on. What image, Ranty?
So yeah, let us know what image. We'll take a look at it.
I'll at least bring it up right here just so you can acknowledge that I saw it. What image? You're not going to be able to put a link in the chat. Tell me what image.
Uh, you've posted the link 9 times now. Where?
Okay, that's well. Now I have to defend Ranty on that. I think there's the block on being able to put links in the chat. Let's see. Ranty, do me a favor. Post that link on my channel on any one of my videos right now. I'll let it through the spam. Well, actually, I won't have to let it through the spam. I can
Yeah.
go into the damn spam.
Just to remind you, Ranty, the only people allowed to put links in a live chat are moderators and an owner.
Right. So, and this is not. I'm not calling you a liar on this. It's just that
Neither am I.
we would never see these links that you put into the chat.
This isn't something we said no, you can't do. This is something YouTube does. Only moderators and the owner of a channel can post links in a live chat.
So let me open up my my comment sections
So
here.
there's your lesson for the day.
Okay, so Ranty, go ahead and put it on any video of mine right now because it'll show up as the top as the newest comment. Okay, I got something here. Download this Google Drive image from Barrow and do the same. Oh, he wants me to analyze it. Hold on a second here. What's the
Pull it up.
what's the prefix to that, Ranty? I need the full address. He's got a portion of the address here, but if I don't know what the prefix is, I can't do anything with it. Please send me the full link. I will open it up. I've already acknowledged that you sent me something. Come on now.
Yes. Stop presenting me.
Oh, am I presenting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. There. How about me? Cool. And I'm not trying to buy for time here. As a matter of fact, I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. But he did send me this, but I don't know what the prefix is to it.
Oh my God. Yeah. Full link, dude. Full link.
There we go. Now I got a full address here. Okay. Oh man, I already did this image.
Is that the one with it?
No, it's the real
Pull it
nice one from that island. It's the real nice one from that island. And this is Ranty, this is only a portion of that image, by the way. I already did this one. I did this on a video. Are you saying now that I'm scared to do this? This is from what's that place called? Shay Island, something Island. Hold on a second here. I even know where it is because I had to research it.
Now he's saying no, you didn't. I remember you doing this video when you actually showed the actually I think you did it in a hangout actually.
It was Roa Island. And I think you took your shot from here, but the postcard view thing that y'all had was like from down here, looking straight through the sailboats at Hoy Lake or at Blackpool. I did do this. No, that's not the full image. You want me to prove you wrong on that too? Jesus Christ. Because you had the full image up on somebody else's hangout. You're gonna make me fucking go searching for this shit. No, that's not the right place.
Well, real quick, did you take that picture with the P900?
where's the raw image?
Well, no, that's not even what I'm getting at. It's not letterbox.
Well, that image was letterbox.
Not the one you just had on screen.
Hold on a second here.
That one you just had on screen was cropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, that's
that
not widescreen, dude. That's not off of a P900.
what he trimmed back was the increasing amount of Blackpool visible over here. They were
Right.
trying to say that this is all the piers because they turn the piers off at night. No, they don't. We actually sat there and watched it live, dude. Because there's live webcams on Blackpool. And at midnight, what happens is a couple of the lights, like these types,
What,
go off at
what's the resolution of that picture?
night. Now you're asking
Just
questions.
just right click and properties. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, this isn't the actual picture. Hold on a second. Download.
Because it, in his defense, it might just be the Google Image Viewer cutting off part of the screen, but I don't think it was.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then hey, I take it all back because I'm a big boy and I can say that.
So yeah, download it and actually go to the
Now it's
picture.
going. Now it's going. Nope.
Oh,
That's the size.
what's the resolution on that?
Properties. Well, it says Coolpix P900. 4608 by 3456. But this one, no, the image that they had before, it goes more off to the side though. Did you have more? Do you have more than one of these more than one image from that location? Because the one I saw and actually did analysis on goes even further to the left.
Okay.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna find my the video that I did on that. Oh yeah, by the way, Ranty, make sure you show Nathan this, even though I know he's already seen it.
Okay, what was the resolution on that again?
That resolution was 4608 by 3456. 300 DPI.
Okie dokie. That's a very odd resolution for a P900.
Well, I thought so too, but the what do you call it? It still has P900 in the in the metadata, even though you can quite easily go into the metadata and I can change. Well, I think you can change that. I can put in a date. Where? Oh, it's not letting me do it. No, it's not letting me change that. But we found out you could do that with GPS data. I remember when we did that. Let's see. This was Riley 2. Oh yeah, this is. I think I was doing it in this one with when I brought Riley over. Because I'm so scared of him.
LK's got a new icon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or
let's see. Hold on. Then we got talking about this. We got talking about that. Oh God, I don't need to hear his voice. Yeah, this. That's the whole picture. Now, it might have been a zoomed out version, and the other one is actually just a zoomed in version. But no, if you want to see my analysis on that with Riley there, where he was saying that this was all covered up by peers, what do you call it? Which it wasn't at all. You can go ahead and look at Flat Earth Riley 2 on my channel, Ranty. I did analysis on that picture. There was another one on this one, and some bullshit that somebody came up with there. And yes, I'll call it bullshit because that's not the height that that's supposed to be. And then Riley running from the fact that Blackpool is actually an illuminated city, but who knows? And yeah, so I already did an analysis on that, man. Okay, well you have 60 images. I just said this might be a zoomed out version. Okay, but when you first showed me that first one, I must actually ask you, why did you send me the one that was chopped off right here? Because that pretty much destroys any and all discussion about dark piers. Okay, because right about here, unless I'm mistaken, is where that ran off for the horizon. Zoom into my picture far to the right. Okay, cool. Now he's probably looking for that. Now I would argue that's probably the mirror ball. Why? Tell me what's so special about that. because I need to point out to you before you continue in that discussion that unless I'm mistaken, these are the two points of the those tower. There's two different towers that are on that pier. One of them is the set for the slingshots, and then there's one other pair that was next to it. As a matter of fact, we were just looking at it in Google Earth. No, I get you, Ranty. I get you.
He keeps saying to go to the right more, I guess.
Yeah, no, he's talking about here. He's talking about this right here. I'll sit right here until Ranty responds because I think this is what he's talking about.
You mean what he's showing on screen right now? Are you not paying attention to what he's showing?
Is that not what I'm looking at right here, Ranty? I mean, it's like you're just typing and not even looking. Ranty.
Oh, there's a delay.
No, I understand.
Oh, now he's saying to increase the brightness. We've already said that, yes, this is probably a mirror ball from this location.
Something here, dumbass, and I'm saying that pretty much looks like it could be it.
Actually, you want to do your block test?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. You guys don't want me to go off my dog, do you?
Your dog can walk itself. No, it's got legs.
She can't, actually. Hold on a second. Fine, we'll do a block test. Okay. I gotta do a couple of things here. I gotta flip this over here. New slide.
So just for you, Ranty, we're gonna do a block test and say that yes, this most likely is the mirror ball from this location.
Where did it
and again, notice those towers are higher than the mirror ball.
Show folder. Yeah.
Zoom in more. I think I see Ireland.
Okay, so I'm just going to crop down from the top and crop down from the bottom. That's all I'm going to do. All right, just so we can get some better view on it. Because Ranty, yeah. Okay, now what I'm going to have to do here first is I'm going to have to actually adjust the colors here so that because there is a slight luminescence coming off of the horizon that I'm not certain if you can see it in the actual thing. There we go. That's noticeable, right? And then what I'm going to do, just to be certain here.
Hold on.
Hold on. Let me finish doing what I'm doing.
I know what you're doing. You're horizoning it.
Yeah. Just it doesn't have to be perfect in this sense. It just has to be pretty right.
I noticed a lot of backlighting coming from not by the tower.
Mm.
I wonder what that lighting system's from.
No, no clue, man.
Thank you, Ranty, for proving the Earth is a globe.
Yeah. All right, hold on a second here. Now we're gonna do this one quick. Now he is out here at Roa Island. I think I actually pointed it out as him being actually at this parking area. Ranty, or you'll let me know if he says something about that in the chat.
I'm watching. Is that the location you were at, Ranty?
Right here at this parking area just outside of Roa Island.
I'm watching.
Yep. Now, let's see.
He's saying not Roa Island, WTF.
Really? Is that why you used the same picture that from the postcard there? Where were you then, Ranty? I gotta turn this fucking picture off. Yeah, it's fucking annoying. The fields. Oh, thank you. And now see. Where were you, Ranty? Give me the exact. Quickly.
He's getting the GPS.
Cool.
I would say check the metadata because sometimes he has GPS on, but transferring file over Google Drive kind of screws that up.
Well, here's the thing, Lenny. It's not really a thing about him lying because, these photographs are authentic. Okay. It's his analysis of what he sees in the photos or claims he
Okay,
sees in the photos.
he's okay. It's 54 degrees, 2 minutes
I got
42
it.
point.
I got it.
Okay,
I got it.
okay.
Jeez. I got a computer too, dude.
Well, sometimes you don't know how to use it, like when you don't want to do my model.
Hey, I told you why that was.
So,
Okay. So you were out at this beach. Okay. We'll do it from there. Oh, by the way, let's go ahead and put a mark there because that one's going to go away as soon as I start messing with it. Even though I'm not really certain that he would have walked that far. But anyway, but that's
no,
fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and I already got one to Blackpool Tower properties. Well, then tell Riley he was full of shit because Riley actually put that up against a postcard from Rhode Island and was saying that those photos were taken from the exact same place.
yeah, and we know how Riley likes to be honest about his locations.
Yeah. So let's get the key players here. We'll get the top of the big one, the peak of the big one, which is right here. Okay. And then we'll get the mirror ball. You know what's funny? It doesn't even look like it's going to match up. No, it doesn't really. Well, it might.
It might,
Yeah,
like I said,
it's kind of close, yeah. But until I actually do the number here, we'll find out. So, bam, like that. And there was one other thing that's in that damn photo.
Blackpool Tower.
Yeah, well, no, I already got the tower, dude. Um, let's see. Now this was the building at the end of that one pier. Well, we should be able to do it with just this. So we'll go from center of Blackpool Tower to the uh, to the mirror ball. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this whole group that I just made. I'm just going to first thing I'm gonna do is actually I'm going to trim it down as far as how many pixels it is, so it's a little bit finer. Oops,
Wrong one.
wrong one. All right, so there's Blackpool Tower. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make this into a measurement because we can obviously see that this is the big one. We can obviously see this is Blackpool Tower. Okay, so I'm going to find out. This is a oh shit. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shit. Um, group, ungroup. I want to break it into tens. Okay, Control D, and then I'll scale that down to a 10 scale between those two. Oops. Oh, damn it. Okay, so group, group. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to make a scale between this location and this location. So the scale there is going to be I know way too much about how to navigate around in fucking Google Earth. Shit ain't right.
No, Scythe DK. This is not the image where Riley made the claim that the shape of the Earth changes with day and night.
Oh God, that was funny.
Still,
Okay.
still trying to wrap your head around how to model that out.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll put that right about there. So I'm going to say that that's 1,053 meters. Let's see how close that is. Oh shit, dumbass. First of all, turn these fucking buildings off. There. So as close to similar angles as possible, which would be about right there. Yeah, 1,054. Cool. 1,054 meters. So if this is 1,054 meters, okay, so I need to be able to identify that a little bit better. So I hope everybody's fine with me doing this. I'm going to put a much more visible marker over that dot. That is right where it's at, right there. Shape fill, bright blue. Fuck it. Okay. So this is 1054. Okay, so now 1054 divided by 10 is what? 105
154.
105.4. So this is 105.4. So that's 210.8. Okay, so let's see here. 210.8. And then these are each 15 or 10.5. So 10, 20, 30. So 32.5. So we'll say 33 because it's right in the middle there. Or 35 because it's right in the middle there. So that's that would be 45. Okay, so 245.8. Okay. Plus, hold on, just because I'm old. 245.8 plus 1054 equals 1079.8. So this line has to be 1079.8.
Or within an acceptable amount of tolerance.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's not even close, dude. That's not even close. So
Okay.
let's find out what is at 10.779. Wait, did I do that math right? I feel like I'm missing something here.
Go back to it, because how much was each block?
Yeah, no, wait a minute. Because all I did was add, yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on a second here. 105, 4 plus, now what did I just have there? It was 200 something. Yeah, 245. Okay, that was my mistake. That was my mistake. Plus 245.8 equals, close enough. Mirror ball.
Yeah. We didn't dispute that being the mirror ball from that point of view.
Yep. Mirror ball. So what's your point, man? Because in this photo, yes, everybody, I put the decimal in the wrong place. What do you call it? In this photo, you can see the towers that are up on the pier, not like from the other direction, which were there down all the way at the water. Okay. You can also see the buildings that are on the pier, which you can't see from over there. Okay. And honestly, if we wanted to wait for the next 5 minutes, I can actually show you that those lights remain on those towers. So, what's your point, man?
Now he's saying, now work out the curve calcs. Well, when you give us an accurate height and what level the tide was at, I would be very happy to. But since you guys have a history of calling 110 feet 35, I won't trust your measurement.
Yeah, that's also a thing. Because from this location, okay, it's pretty nice, but you know what? I would actually be a little bit more inclined to think that you actually parked up here and this is actually up on a hill. Because right here it says 30 feet all the way down to the water where it goes down to 0 at low tide. Okay. So, but again, then we get into the argument of the accuracy of Google Earth when it comes to the 30 foot or 30 meter tolerance.
It's a 30-meter tolerance.
Right. So what do you want to say there, Ranty.
Well, he's saying the elevation was 2 feet because his tripod was in the water.
Right. Okay. 2 feet from the water. Was it high tide or low tide? Because you guys love talking about the incredible tides in the UK. Yeah, Red. Keep your hose on, man. So let's see. Properties, measurements, 19 miles. Now, how high did we put that thing? What was it, about 30 feet, or it was about 30 feet? 20 foot diameter plus 10-meter stem, 9 meters off the water. So that's 30 feet plus, let's see, 9 meters off the water. That puts it about, how many feet's 9 meters?
Hold on. He just said he went and measured a 5 meter tide in relation to the mirror ball. When you took your picture, you were in two places at once. Congratulations. You're a miracle among men. I'm going to call you Flash from now on.
Ultimately, Ranty, in stark contrast to your beautiful footage of the wind turbines at Barrow, you've offered no proof of where you were standing for these photographs. Okay, now I'm willing to be open to hear that you were on this island area, but there are several locations on this island where you could actually probably get up a little bit higher. Oops. To get a better view. To say nothing of the fact that the entire city of Blackpool is missing.
Well, in any case, we need to cut this down so Red can stop having that conniption fit. You're going to make him have an aneurysm, man.
Yeah.
You got to walk your dog anyway.
To know the height of the mirror ball with Ranty, take a picture during the day, and then, as you guys love to say, do a 360. Okay? Ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And like I said, my invention of Smart Breeze will be coming out sometime soon.
$9.99 per gallon.
Per cubic meter. Come on, man.
No. If you're gonna smell smart air, you have to do it by gallon, man.
That's true. And so I hope y'all like the show. And also, yeah, you'll finish on the Nathans. Tell you what, Ranty, the only thing that I'll listen to about you finishing it on Nathan's is you showing exactly where you were standing and what the tide was during this picture. Since you can't do that, go out and take a new picture during the day. Do a 360 as flat earthers love to demand of globe earthers, so we know where you were standing. Anyway, ladies and gents, and of course, Sean, thanks for stopping by.
Always fun. Always fun.
And I hope you guys have a great evening.